So here in this session we are going to learn about the message box topic, message box function in VB, and also the form events and then form methods. Okay, so what is message box actually? So you might have seen when you submit your online application forms, after submission of the online application forms, you may get this type of dialog box. Okay, it will say, for example, in your online application form submission, after submission of the application form, you may come across this dialog box saying that your application has been successfully submitted, and there will be a button, OK button, or some buttons. Okay, that is nothing but a message box. Means it is used to display the message for the user. Okay, see here you can see the definition of message box. It displays a message in a dialog box. Dialog box is nothing but this one, in a dialog box, and wait for the user to click a button. There will be a button by default, there will be a button. There might be yes no button, OK cancel button, or just only a OK button. Whatever the buttons, the message box will be having the button, so it allows the user to click the button. Okay, and it is going to return an integer value indicating which button is clicked by the user. When you click on this yes button will be internally having its own value, an integer value. For example, yes button might be having the integer value 1, no button might be having the integer value 2. Why these values are necessary here for the message box? Just consider the example. On click of this yes button, some event has to be performed, and on click of this no button, some other event has to be performed. At that point of time, we are going to consider the values of these two text boxes. If equal to, if the value of the button is equal to 1, then perform some tasks, task 1. If value of button equal to 2, then perform task second or task B. Got it? For that purpose, for decision making, these buttons will be having its own internal values or code, we can say. So just I will demonstrate you how the message box will look appear when you run the application here. The default message box, here they have changed some of the properties or some of the arguments of the message box here, hence it is looking like this. Okay, here we have the icon, then here we have the title bar of the message box, then here we have the text string of the message box. Whatever string, you can display anything whatever you want. Okay, then we have the buttons. Now I will just show you by default when you run the application using the message box, how actually it will appear. So just select the standard exe project, and just I will take two text boxes. I will consider the example of, that is subtraction of two numbers here. And after subtraction, generally we used to display the result on label or text boxes, right? So instead what I will do, I will display the result on the message box because I want to demonstrate here how the message box will appear. Okay, so here when I run the application here, the two text boxes are present here. In the first text box, the user is going to enter the first number. In the second text box, the user is going to enter the second number. When I click on the command button, the message box should appear and it should display the difference. That is, after subtraction, the difference, the result has to be displayed on the message box. This is the application that I have to design here. So I will write the code for the command button, because when I click on the command button, the message box has to be displayed. So click is an event of the command button, so I have to write the code for this command button click event. Now observe here, I will just add two numbers here. So dim num1 as integer, comma num2 as byte. I will take the second number of type byte. Okay, and sum as integer. Then num1 equal to text1. I have not changed any properties here, just I want to demonstrate how actually it works. Okay, hence I have not changed the properties. The default name of the first text box is text1. Text1 dot text, then num2 equal to text2 dot text. Okay, then sum is equal to num1 plus, sorry, I am finding what? Subtraction, right? So I will just take this variable as difference, then difference is equal to diff is equal to num1 minus num2. Now see here, we have fetched the two values and assigned them to the two variables num1 and num2 respectively, and we have calculated num1 minus num2 and stored the result in variable diff. Okay, now I have to, that is, display the result difference. Okay, so I want to display the result on the message box. So message box msgbox message box space in double quote, if I write, if you write, that is something or whatever JSS, and run the applications here. We have written the code for what? Command button click events. So see here, when we enter the value here 12 and 25, it is displaying what? JSS, because you can observe there in the coding part in the message box what I have written JSS, but I have written in the double quote. So whatever the text you write in the double quote, that will be considered as a string. So if I want to print this value, whatever the value which is stored in this variable, just after message box space, the variable name diff. Now observe here, I will give the first number 200 and second number as 100. Click on the command button. On click of the command button, we are going to see the message box with the difference. So this is the default message box. So message box can take the multiple arguments there. Okay, what all arguments, that we'll discuss. But here for the default message box, it is going to have the title of the message box. If you don't write, or if you don't specify the title of the message box in the default, that is in the argument section of the message box, then by default project name will be considered as the title of the message box. Here the project name is project 1, hence by default it is displaying the project name as the title of the message box. Then it is displaying the text string here. After calculation we have printed what? We have displayed what? Diff variable content value. Okay, then we have, by default we have only OK button. You can change these buttons. You can just set OK cancel button, yes no button, like that. Fine. Click on OK. End. Now see here, message box can be used in this manner and other way. Just observe here, I will declare one more variable dim a as integer. Okay, so in a what I will assign? I will assign a equal to message box diff. Okay, so see here, when I run the application here, it will give me an error. You can observe here, expected end of statement. Message box can be used in two ways. One is just to, that is, print something in this manner. Okay, if you just use this and if you print, see, your data or your value will be printed on the message box. And when you click on this command button, as I told, the message box buttons are going to have internally the values. This OK button might be having some value. Its value might be 1 or its value might be 2 or whatever the integer value. Okay, each of the buttons on the message box are going to have the value. And what is the value of the message box? We can just find the value of the message box by assigning the message box to a variable. Okay, so a is of type integer, a equal to message box, and whenever you assign a message box to any variable, the message box, the arguments must be written in the bracket. See, remember this point, very important. whenever you are using the message box and you want to find what button is clicked from the message box, you are going to assign the message box to one variable which stores the value of what button is clicked, value of the button from the message box. Okay, at that point of time you have to provide the arguments of the message box within this bracket. Okay, if you don't use the brackets when you try to assign the value from the message box to variable, it will give an error. Now see here, I have assigned the message box to a variable a. So a is going to have what value? The value of the message box button, what button is clicked, and its value, the button value. Now see here, 25 minus 10 command button. So its value is, that is, we have got the result as 15 is the difference. Then now see here, in the code part you can observe how many message box we have written, only one. Okay, I will click on OK. Now what value is stored in a? The OK button value, but we have not printed the value, we have not displayed the value. Next I will take the another message box here, message box. If I want to print the value of A, then how can I write message box space
Double quotation, sir.
double quote?
A.
If you write double quote A, just observe here A, the first message box will display what? The difference. Then when you click on this button, the next message box will display what? A. But here I don't want to display A. A is a string. ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಡಬಲ್ ಕೋಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಎ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್, ಬಟ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ವಾಟ್? ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಎ.
Sir, only number.
Only A has
A,
to be.
sir.
Just I will just show you. I will run the application. See here, 54 14. That is, it is displaying what? The difference as 40. And also it is displaying what? See here, when you click on the OK button, it is displaying now in the second message box, it is displaying what? Value.
The value of
What is
value of
one
the
here?
message.
The value of
OK button.
OK button, exactly. Okay, the value of OK button is 1. Okay, like that you can use the message box in two ways. Fine. Now I will show you, explain you the syntax of message box. Okay, now see here, we have the syntax of message box as msgbox open bracket prompt. Prompt is nothing but what? A string. As we have printed a or as we have printed jss, this prompt must be in a double quote because it is a string. Okay, then after that, here whatever the text is written in the square brackets, they are optional, they indicate that they are optional. Only this prompt is mandatory field. When you use the message box, you must have at least one argument. Okay, at least one argument. As we have, you can observe here, we have one argument. See here, for this message box we have one argument, and for this message box also we have one argument. Okay, at least one argument must be mandatory. If you want to print the string, then it must be in a double quote, or if you want to print the value of any variable, then you can just specify the variable name. Got it? Must be, it must have a single argument and it is a mandatory argument. Then this argument, that is icons, then buttons and title, these three arguments are not mandatory. Either if you want to use them, you can use them, otherwise you can leave them. They are optional. Okay, so hence they are optional, they are given in a written in a square brackets. But if you want to change the icon, see here, if you want to display this icon for the message box, whatever the icon is displayed in this ppt, if you want to display the same icon for the message box, then you can write this particular code for the icon. Here we have the constant, okay, constant code for the icons. You can observe here in the next slide. See here, we have different icons for VB. We have VB critical, and its value will be, if you use that icon, its value will be internally 16. And here is the description. It displays a critical message icon. Okay, VB question icon. So how VB critical icon will look, how VB question icon will look, that will just demonstrate and see. Fine. Like that, here we have these many constants for the icons in VB. If you write this code in that particular syntax, then you are going to get the icon. I will just demonstrate here. See here, message box. After prompt, what has to be done? The comma has to be written. Okay, comma is mandatory if you want to provide the next argument separated by comma, but don't use this square bracket. It is just indicating here these are the optional fields. That's all. Now I will run the application here. See here. As of now, I will just delete this one A, and also this statement. I don't want to print any or display any value of the button, which button is clicked. Okay, just I want to display. Fine. Now I will just show you separate by comma. I want to display what? The icon. So what is the name of the icon? You can see here we have these many icons here. VB critical. Just we'll try with the first icon. So div message box div comma and VB critical. See, it will appear. Just press the spacebar key. Next, see, after this one, the next syntax here we have is we can change the button. If you want to change the button also, by default only OK button will be displayed. Okay, if you want to change the button also, then you have to, in the syntax, you have to press what? Plus. You have to write plus, then a button constant. What is button constant? Here we have the sum of the button constants. Okay, you can use any. Then later you can change the title of the message box. Okay, again separate by comma, then you can write the title of the message box. So how the title should be written? The title should be within the double quote, because title is a string. It is a string, right? So it should be in a double quote. I will just show you one by one. I don't want to display these right now, buttons as well as title. Okay, these are optional. I want to display only the icon along with this value. So run the application. See, what is the difference? Have you observed any difference for this message box compared to previous one?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, the VB critical icon is visible now. Yes, I will click on OK. Then I will change the icon to some other. There is VB is information icon. Run the application, and if you type something and now see here, information icon will be displayed. Okay, so generally when you enter your password, username or password wrong in any of the that is login pages, then it is going to display this particular icon, right? Warning icon or information icon. I will use another one, VB exclamatory exclamation. Run the application. See, this is the icon. Like that, we have different constants here for the icons. You can use any constant. Okay, you can try by using any constant. It will display the particular icon, but you have to use the same constant. Okay, same constant. You are going to get these constants when you just press the comma here, and a list will appear. Okay, a list of all the properties such as buttons, then icons will appear here. You can select any one here. Okay, fine. Next I will select some VB information only. Then after that, if I want to change the button, see here, I will run this one. I'm getting what? The button by default. What button I'm getting here? Only OK button. If I want to change this button, now see here, What is the syntax? After this icon, we have to write what? Plus. Then a button constant. So I will select one of the button constant, VBS no. See here, VBS no is the one of the button constant. You can see here, VBS no. You can just write this one also, VB yes no cancel. It will display what all buttons? Yes, no and cancel buttons. For VBS no, only yes and no buttons are going to be displayed. Now see here, I will run the application. Observe here, previously by default we had only OK button, but now I have changed the argument of the message box and I have set it to display two buttons, yes no buttons, hence it is displaying both yes and no. Okay, at present both will operate the same. The operation will be performed same by two buttons because we have not written the particular code to perform the operation by clicking on yes button or no button. Okay, just observe here. As I told, I will just assign the value here a equal to message box, this one. So what value will be assigned to a? Anybody? What value will be assigned to a? A will be assigned with the value of which button is going to be selected or clicked from message box. Now see here, I have two buttons here, yes and no. If you click on yes button, its value will be one integer value, and the second other button value will be some other integer value. Just will observe here, in the next message box it is going to display the value of the button, whatever the button I have clicked. Okay, I will click yes button now. Its value is internally, its value is 6. Again I will run the application. If I click on no button, see here, observe here, its value is 7. Okay, so generally message box can be used in two ways. You can just assign the value of the button which is pressed by the user from the message box. I hope you people have got it now. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I will use next argument also. Okay, the last argument, that is I will use the title. So how to use the title here? Separate by plus or comma?
Comma, sir.
Comma.
Comma,
So
sir.
after comma you have to write the title. So I will just write as whatever the string you want to display as the title. Confirmation. Then I will run the application here. Sorry, it is changed here. Just a minute.
The bracket, sir.
See here, no need to write the bracket here. Now see here. What has changed here? Confirmation. The title is changed to confirmation. Okay, if you don't give this particular argument or title argument, then by default it will take the project name as the title of the message box, and if you provide the argument with this string, then whatever the string you write, that will be displayed as the title. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts here in the message box? See, the expression, that is syntax, is this one. Memory variable is nothing but what? Message memory variable equal to message box of this one. As we have declared and assigned the variable a, the same thing here. It is going to memorize the value of the message box, the button which is pressed from the message box by the user. Okay, memory variable, it is called as memory variable, any variable. Okay, then we have prompt is nothing but a string. So string, it is a string expression displayed as the message in the dialog box. if prompt consists of more than one line. If you want to display multiple lines for the message box, then you can separate the lines by using VBR CRLF. Previously, we have seen what constant to separate line separation or next line.
VB new
VB
line.
new line.
Okay,
VB
either
new
you can
line,
use
sir.
VB new line or you can use this one VBR CRLF. Okay, both works. Then icons and buttons, the arguments. See numeric expression, that is the sum of values specifying the number and type of the button and icon to be displayed. Okay, the icon is going to display the icon using the respective constant, and buttons are going to display the buttons. Then title is nothing but it is a string expression. You have to write it in the double quote by separating comma. Okay, just observe here. I will just, instead of writing the sum here, will just message box in double quote. What I will do, JSSSMI. Then I want to, that is provide the icon VB information. So how to write the icon? I want to change the icon. Yes,
Yes, sir.
yes, what I have to write now?
Comma, sir.
Comma, yes, continue please. Comma, then select
VB
any one
information.
icon, VB information. Okay, this is the icon, and I don't want to change the button here. Only I want to change what? The title. Then comma again.
Com-
If you want to set the buttons, then you have to press what? But plus. But if you want to only change the title, then comma and in the double quote, whatever the string you want to type as the title. Now I will run the application. See here, it will display. See here, JSSSMI. It is not displaying the difference because we have changed it to JSSSMI, right? And see here, title it is displaying as information, whatever I have written. Got it? So you can use buttons or not. They are optional fields. Only the mandatory field is first one. These are optional. Okay, if you want to add the button here, just after this comma, what you have to do, instead of this comma, see here, plus button type. So VB, I will set it to some other button. Previously I have kept that is yes no button. Now I will just set it to VB retry cancel. Then after that we have to separate it by comma, the title. Okay, now I will run the application. See, you can observe information as the title, then JSSMI as the string, then this is the icon, then now buttons are changed here, retry and cancel. Got it?
Yes, sir.
You can use the message box in any manner according to the requirement of the application. Fine. In the next further applications, we are going to use this message box for the demonstration purpose. Got it?